Hey guys, this is Alex60, and today I have a review of Sonic the Fighters HD. The game came out around May of 1996. The game involves Sonic and a couple of other of his friends and enemies to find all 8 Chaos Emeralds and battle their way to Tails' spaceship. Yes, I said 8 Chaos Emeralds. I have no idea why, but, well, you never know. Anyways, your mission is to go and reach Dr. Eggman's newly built Death Egg 2. There you will face Metal Sonic, and finally Dr. Robotnik / Eggman. The playable characters are Sonic the Hedgehog, Miles Tails Prower, Knuckles the Echidna, Amy Rose, Espio the Chameleon, Fang the Sniper, and Bean the Dynamite, Bark the Polar Bear, and that's all. Also, in the HD version, you can play as Metal Sonic, Dr. Robotnik, and Honey the Cat, but we'll get on that a little later. The levels are pretty unique. You got South Island that looks kind of like Emerald Hill Zone. We got Flying Carpet, kind of looks like Sandopolis. Aurora Icefield, obvious reference to Ice Cap. Mushroom Hill, yeah, it's Mushroom Hill. Canyon Cruise, which is kind of like a riverboat tour on Green Hill Zone. Casino Night, obviously Casino Night, and Dynamite Plant, which I think is a Metropolis slash chemical plant mix. Giant Wing, Sky Fortress, actually no, Wing Fortress, that's it. And then we got Death Egg's Eye, which is like Death Egg Zone, and Death Egg's Hangar. So the levels are pretty unique, but what about the music? The music's pretty forgettable, with the exception of a few songs. Songs like Canyon Cruise, one of my favorites, Dynamite Planet, another one of my favorites, and Never Let It Go. Never Let It Go is actually one of the most popular songs in the game. Reason why? It was featured in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. It was featured in the level Egg Hangar, which is actually an obvious reference to the Egg Hangar level. After you defeat Dr. Robotnik in his Egg Walker, you finally the Death Egg 2 self-destructs and the credits roll. Then you get a game over screen. The game is pretty short, but the extras in the game might hold you off for a while. One of the extras is that you can play as Honey the Cat in arcade mode and all the other modes. She's pretty good, but she's kind of like Knuckles. All you have to do to play as her, all you have to do is press start on Amy Rose. Another extra is that you can play as Metal Sonic and Dr. Robotnik. Both characters are really cheap. Metal Sonic has laser hands and lasers that can actually kill someone with a barrier, and you also have Dr. Robotnik, who can kill, but really isn't really good at destroying barriers. To play as Metal Sonic, press start on Sonic. To play as Dr. Robotnik, press start on Bean. Sadly, you can't use them in arcade mode, but you can use them on offline multiplayer and online multiplayer, and we'll get to that right now. Offline multiplayer is your generic, regular offline multiplayer. Well, online multiplayer is pretty cool. You can either do a ranked match, which you play with a person that's closer to your rank, or you can play a player match where you can invite friends and make a custom group. Well, I really like that you can actually turn off the secret characters, but when you do have them on, they get really cheap. The game's a pretty good price. Only 400 Microsoft points, or $5 on the PSN. Well, I do like the game and all that. If you're really not into fighting games, I don't think this is for you. Well, I'm not into fighting games either, but this is a pretty fun game for $5 and all that, so if you have $5 to spare, or you want a fun arcade fighter, then pick this game up right now.